Right. So now, so far we had seen the series connection and parallel connection. Now let us take some more closer look on the parallel connection. If this is a voltage source Vs, if this is a resistance of R1, this is a resistance of R2. Now try to observe this R1 and R2 is connected in parallel, which is connected across the voltage source, which is connected across the voltage source. If voltage source terminals are these, that means this dotted box is connected in parallel with the voltage source again. Okay? If the voltage source could able to supply a current of I amperes, then that I amperes is going to be divided into I1 and I2. But there are two extreme cases which we seen previously for a resistor. This resistor can be as minimum as possible as 0. If R2 is equal to 0, what do we call this case? What do we call this case? We had already discussed. If some resistance is 0,
Ideal, sir.
not ideal. Can I say short circuit? Do you remember that point? When resistance is 0, that leads to short circuit. Clear? Next, in this situation, try to analyze some of the things. You use your previous law, whatever it may be, or with general things that I can write how much is I2. Can I write I2 is total current into opposite person resistance, that is what, how much, R1 divided by R1 plus R2. How much is R2? 0. So if R2 is equal to 0, how much is I2? I. That means the current flowing through the first person is completely 0. If you want, you can verify it. It is a simple thing. I1 is equal to I into opposite person resistance 0 divided by 0 plus R1, which is 0. So I1 is 0. This is one extreme case which is very, very important. So when a 0 resistance is connected, total means this is the highest strength we can assume like that. Total distribution goes to this person only. This person does not take any current. Clear? So when short circuit is there, total current will try to pass through the 0 resistance. That is what the short circuit. Now let us see another case. If the resistance is very high, how much is that? Infinite. If infinite resistance is there, what do we call this? Open circuit, OC. So now let us see how much is this current? I2. I2 is equal to total current I into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. How much is R2? Infinite. So if infinite resistance is substituted, infinite adding anything is infinite. So this will become, let me write, I into R1 by infinite. 1 by infinite is 0. So that means I2 is equal to 0. What does it represent? When very high resistance is there, current passing through that element is 0. As because such an high opposing force is there where current does not flow through it. Clear? Then what about I1? The total current will pass through only I1. Clear? The total current will pass through only I1. So try to observe these two situations which are very, very important. These are very, very important situations we come across in the circuit analysis every time, again and again, these kind of situations. So one should have a better understanding on all these things. Clear? So next, let us see simple application of this voltage division rule when the elements are connected in series. So try to observe that. Here. So there is some kind of application. So how is this? Is you can assume this is the source. This is the source. So where this source might be located far away, somewhere where the generating stations are there. Power supply generating stations are there. So there it is located. From there you will be connecting some wires. That wire resistance is R1. That wire resistance is R1. And that wire also connected to your home, where that home also connected with some more wire. Let us say that resistance is also R2. Now in your home, so in your home, just see this, in your home, there will be a plug. Now I want to see how much is the voltage available in that plug when this R1 and R2 are in series. So how can we find that value? V0. V0 is equal to, tell me, total is Vs in the generating station. So in the intermediate stage, here it may distribute as V1, here it may distribute as V2. Now V2 is equal to V0, that's what we are writing, voltage division rule. So can I write this as your strength, that is what, R2 divided by R1 plus R2, clear? So once you get this V0, now you can add up some element over here, like you might be connecting a fan in your home or your laptop over here. Then you want to see how much is current through your laptop or fan. So in this kind of application, we can use this voltage division rule. As of now, let us assume that these are not connected. Just for the sake of application, I am giving this question. So this dotted line represents no connection. So this might be fan which you want to switch on. You want to know how much is the corresponding fan voltage if I will switch on. As of now it is switched off. So I found the voltage is this much. If this voltage is like in the proper value, not very high, not very low, then I can say that I can switch on my sensitive device, which may be fan, like some experimental kind of fan, which may be high cost, let us say 1 lakh rupee. Then once voltage is within proper value, I can confirm, then I can switch on this fan. So like that. So this is one application where we would like to determine the voltage division, that how much is the value. Now see some simple network reduction technique with this problem. What do we do is that first we try to observe the nodes. So we need the resistance between these two terminals. This is A, this is B. Between AB terminals, the given value is Req. This is what we would like to determine. How much is the resistance between these two terminals? That means somebody might be assuming that this entire thing is inside a box. How much is this box resistance? But inside a lot of change is there. Just like 8 rupees, 2 rupees, 4 rupees, 6 rupees, 12, like that, which may be connected in different fashion. So now we would like to make all of their equivalent into single value. That is what the network reduction technique, for which what we do is that simply we try to identify the nodes. Once we get the nodes, we get some clarity. So let us say this is one node. So is it a node? This also connecting 2 ohms and 10 ohms. This is one more node which is connecting 16, 12, 6 and 10. And this is also one more node. And let us leave AB. Don't consider AB. Why? Because this is AB is outside the box. Let us focus only on the inside the box. We would like to make that inside the box into single value. For which what I do is that initially I will try to identify some nodes which are of simple node. This is N1, this is N2, this is, let us say, N3, this is N4. Now see, out of these N1, N2, N3, N4, which is a simple node at which only two elements are connected. Only two elements are connected. Can you observe N4 node? How many elements are connected?
2, sir.
2 ohm and 10 ohm. So this is connecting only two elements, which we call as a simple node.
Simple.
So as because it is connected with only two elements, so we can say these are connected in series. We already know that if elements are connected in series, now let us have one more box under inside of this. Whichever I will identify in this way, I will try to encircle it with one more box. I will try to cover with one box. Now inside this box, small green color box, how much is the equivalent value? That we need to make in one step. First, this is the best way to determine the equivalent value. So first what we do is that just we try to see what are the simple nodes and we try to replace that corresponding element value by its equivalent. When two resistors are in series, how much is its equivalent? Green color box, equivalent is
R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2. So what is R1? 2 ohms, R2 10 ohms. So can I replace these two elements by one resistor value? Where should I place that one resistor value? Previously, green color box is connected between N1 and N3. So that remains as N1 and N3. So this is, how much is that? 2 plus 10.
12 ohm.
12 ohm.
Sir.
Okay. Now you can remove this green color dotted line. Now you can think of further again. So in this way we should keep on going in the reducing the elements. So as of now I could see no more simple nodes. Yes or no? Only three
Yes,
nodes
sir.
are there remaining. And in this process one more point also you should observe that when I merged 2 ohms and 10 ohms, this N4 got vanished. It escaped. Now no more N4. So you don't worry that it is there inside of this somewhere, it is hidden inside this. So we are not interested in N4. That N4 is not necessary for us. It got vanished. Don't surprise that where it gone. It is inside somewhere here. Clear? But we are not interested in that. Whenever two elements are connected in series, when we replace those two by its equivalent, in between that simple node will get vanished. This node will go away. That is one thing. And just I will come back this problem again. So then let us see this problem. Again identify the nodes quickly. So prior to that, let me put some box here. Except 192 terminal. Except 192 terminal. Then let us put the box for this. Some color. So 192 I left out. Now this is the box. Inside this box, let us see what are the nodes. This is one node. Second, third, I can say this also node, no issue. But this entire thing is same node up to this. This is the junction which is connecting many elements. And this is one more. So strictly speaking, this is terminal 2. If you want, you can name one node, no issue. So this is N1, this is N2, this is N3. This node is 2, number 2 node. That is what this. If you want, you can make this as some new node N4, but say that N4 is equal to Now identify, is there any simple nodes? This is the kind of
Yeah.
task you need to take. Just simply identify the nodes. What are the nodes? Junction points at which two or more than two elements are going to be connected. Next, if only two elements connects, then try to focus on that initially. Later on we see other kind of nodes. Now is there any such nodes here?
N3 is simple nodes.
N3, sir.
N3 is there. So 1 ohm and 5 ohms, which is connecting only 2. If there is any third element, I will not focus on that as of now. Just I will leave this. So as
సార్
because
ఫస్ట్ లూప్ లో నోడ్ ఏమి లేదా సార్?
where here? Here.
నో సార్, నో. అదే
Loop means this one.
5 ohms 6 ohms ఉన్నాయి. నో సార్,
This side.
సెకండ్ లూప్ 12 ohms and 6 ohms దగ్గర.
Here this is not a
Yes, sir.
connection. That's why I shown with cross mark. See carefully. This is jumper. Means on top of this wire is connected. That is not a junction. If it is a junction, I would have represented with thick dot. Okay, wherever you see these kind of thing, if this is a wire, on top of that we lay one more wire like this. But that is not a junction. It is crossing. This wire is crossing the other wire. But there is no connection between them. Clear? So this might be your laptop wire, laptop charging wire. Then this might be your mobile charging wire. Sometimes one over the other just try to cross from here to there, right? Like that. But no connection really between them. Such kind of thing is this one. Clear? Right. So now can I say these two are in series quickly? If these are two in series, how much is its equivalent? 1 plus 5? How much is
6
it?
ohms, sir.
6. Now I will replace that corresponding thing by its value immediately. Now that corresponding node will vanish, we know that. And where do we connect that corresponding element? Tell me. Between N2 and N4. That same thing. Between N2 and N4, 6 ohms will be there. So where 6 ohms is connected, that is very, very important. See in this way. Previously 1 ohm and 5 ohms are connected in this blue color line, thick blue color. Where this thick blue color box is connected, one side is at N1, here, see, focus on this. Other side is at one side is at N1, other side is at N4. So we should connect the result of 6 ohms also between those points. That must be clear for everyone, otherwise things will go wrong way. Right. Now let us come back to this problem. Now see that, is there any parallel connected elements? Is there any parallel connected elements? Quickly. For which what we need to look carefully? Elements and its corresponding junction points. As because I already know, somehow just try to observe between N2 and N3, what are the elements connected? Between N2 and N3, just like I am choosing the parents. The parents are, let us say, N2 and N3. Do they have common children? One is 12 ohm, other is 6 ohm. Where do these two elements connected? Where 12 ohm connected? This one. 12 ohm means two 12 ohms are there. This one. This green color one is that corresponding. Where do 12 ohm connected? At N1, N2. Other side, N3. Yes or no? One side is N2, other side is N3. What about 6 ohms? Same. Can I say these two are in parallel? Can I say these two are in parallel? These two are in parallel. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If these two are in parallel, what do we do? Tell me. If two elements are in parallel, we already told you previously.
12 into 6 by 12 plus 6, sir.
Exactly. So with this formulation, 6 into 12 or 12 into 6 divided by, how much is this value? What do
4,
we do?
sir.
4
ohm.
So I'll take one more step of this circuit and I will try to put in the next step. I'll replace these two elements. See, I'm not changing the entire circuit. I'm trying to focus only on that corresponding elements. Okay. So let us keep remaining everything as it is. Otherwise, your final things will change drastically if you change as like your wish. So remaining everything I am keeping as it is. So in between this N2 and N3, in between this N2 and N3, I am replacing these two by single. How much is this value? 4. No. It should be above 6 and below 12.
4 ohm, sir.
Lesser than 6. 4 ohms, is that? Cross verify.
Yes, sir. 72 by.
So connect this over here. How much is that? 4 ohms. Is that correct? Now let me remove these dotted lines also. And see, could you see any simple node now? After of these many simplifications, after some simplifications, previously N2 was not a simple node. But after this step, you should observe carefully. After this step, N2 has become simple node. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, after modifications of the elements, when we replace 2 by 1, 2 by 1, like that, keep on replacing, some nodes may become simple node in the process. Here, such node is N2. Now, can I say 4 and 4 are in series? So now we can move fastly. Why? Because we got aware of these things now. We no need to wait, right? So these are in series. Can I replace these two by one element?
Yes, sir.
So let me take one more step. I want to provide these notes to you. So this, right. So let us see the remaining simplification of this circuit. Now we got E8 ohms. So 8 and 12, how they are connected and between which nodes these are connected. So 8 and 12, how they are connected? See?
Parallel, sir.
So this has two sides. One side is N1, other side is N3. What about this person? This person also has same N1 and N3. Now can I say these are what? The same pair of nodes N1 and N3. Here also same N1 and N3. That's why we can say these are in parallel. These are in parallel. Clear? So now quickly tell me how much is its value? 8 into 12.
8 into 12
8
by
plus 12.
8 plus 12.
How much is this value?
4.8.
4.8 ohms.
8.
Now I can replace in one more step these values, these corresponding branches. In the exam also you should do step by step in the same manner, okay? Try not to mix up everything with the other. So you should make step by step procedure. So now I am replacing this and this together by a value of how much is that value, ma'am? 4.8.
4.8, sir.
4.8. Now tell me quickly how the elements are there. N1 is simple node, N3 also simple node. That means these three together connected in series. Clear? So now Req is equal to 8 plus 4.8 plus 16. How much is this value?
28.8, sir.
28.8 ohms. So this is the way. See what we did finally. We have come up with single person whose strength altogether is this much. That is 28.8 ohms. This is what we need between AB terminals. How much is the resistance? Clear? Okay. So let us finish. So other problem also, as because we have started and it is simple. We already simplified two branches in this problem. Now let us try to use some trick. Every time those many kind of analysis and all things are not good to simplify quickly. What I will do is that here try to see. First just I will try to observe what are the parallel connected elements. 4 and 6. Clear? 4 and 6, is it parallel? Where 4 is connected? 4 is connected
Between
between
N2 and N4.
if you have any doubt, you can make verification in this way. Where 4 is connected? One side is at N2, other side is at N4. What about 6? 6 is connected at N2, other side is N4. So these are having same pair of nodes. This is N2 and N4. This is also N2 and N4. So we can say these are in parallel. When these are in parallel, how much is that? 4 into 6 by 4 plus 6. How much is this?
2.4.
2.4 ohm. So now I can replace these two by single element whose value is 2.4 ohms. Where this 2.4 ohm connected? Now tell me. Between where 4 and 6 was connected. Where 4 and 6 was connected? N2 and N4. Where 6? N2 and N4. So between N2 and N4 this 2.4 should be connected. Right. So now see. Now see what happens. Still look for, is there any elements which I can make simplification? Is there any elements which I make simplification? Is there any parallel? Now just for your simplicity, I would like to make little modification of this circuit in this way. As like this, see, this person 6 ohms is moving over this 12 ohms, so that may be little bit difficult for me. So these kind of things you will do in your regular way. Like as I told you, this may be laptop charger. If it is moving through your screen, what you do? Just you try to put ahead away with some extra wire between those same connection. This is what the 6 ohm. What I did is that this is disturbing me. My screen, in front of my screen, this is disturbing over this. So I am just putting aside in this way. But connection remains same. Try to see. Now tell me, is there any parallel connected elements? Tell me quickly.
3 ohms and
6 ohm and 2.4 ohm, sir.
So we can have several things. Let us see one by one. This 3 ohms and this 6 ohms, where does it connected? Observe carefully. That is
Between
one
N1
point.
and N4.
Another point is that this 12 ohms and this 2.4 ohms, where it is connected. So you write down beside in your notebook. Why? Because we are in the initial stage. Let me write 3 ohms first. Where it connected? One side is N1, other side is N4. What about 6 ohms? One side is N1, other side is N4. So these two are in parallel. So can I say 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3? I got 1. Then this resultant is how much? Just give me the value. (18 by 9). 2
Yes, sir.
ohms. Now where we should connect 2 ohms? Can you tell me?
Between N1 and N4, sir.
N1 and N4.
Between N1 and N4 only. Okay, this point should be very clear for everyone. Why? Because this is the point where many students will do mistake. That's why I am highlighting this point. They will forget where to connect. They will calculate every value correct. But instead of putting between that same N1 and N4, they will put somewhere. That leads to entire disaster. Next, one more step. We took two calculations in this step itself. Why? Because we found two parallel. What about other one? 12. Where is the 12 connected? Between N2 and
N4.
N4, sir.
It tried to tempt us that here also N4, here also N4. So this 3, 6, 12 all are in parallel. No. But see, other side is N2. What about 2.4? One side is N2, other side is N4. So these two are in parallel. So 12 into 2.4, give me this value. 12 plus 2.4. How much is this value?
2, sir.
2. 2 ohms. Now see where this 2 ohms connected. Don't get confused with this 2 ohm and this 2 ohm. Both are different. This 2 ohm must be connected where? Between its parent kind of thing as N2 and N4. You can assume that his parents are these two. These two. So between these nodes it must be connected. Now let us take one more step on this diagram. Now see what I will do is that carefully, this is very important where students will do mistake. So try to make focus on this. First we will do one by one. So first case 3 and 6. Where is 3? Let us remove 3 and 6 completely from our circuit. 6 I removed, 3 also I am removing. Now where we should connect its equivalent which we removed? 3 and 6 I removed. So I must replace those two by some value. How much is that value? 2. Where should I connect to? Between N1 and N4. So you can connect in many ways. I can directly connect with the shortest path between N1 and N4, or I can bring over like this. This is also N4. So in many ways you can make this connection. So no issue. But ultimately it should be between N1 and N4. So this is 2 ohms. So green color 2 ohms work is completed. Green color 2 ohms work is completed. Next. So this one. So let us remove these 12 and 2.4. Now how much is its equivalent? 2. Where we should connect that? Between N2 and N4. Where is N2? Here. Where is N4? Here. Now after this simplification, could you see that this is blue color one. 2 and 1 is in series. Clear? Now I will write directly as like this R12. You should learn in this way. When circuit will be so much little simplified. 1 plus 2 is what? The series. That combination, I mean, when I make this 1 and 2 as a single element, that single element is in parallel with what? 2 ohms. Yes or no? You should learn this by this time. That is in parallel with how much? 2. Now together this entire thing is in series with 10. So like this you should be in a position to write up the whole calculations. Now what I will do is that here itself in the mathematical equation, this I will say 3 in parallel with 2 means 3 into 2 divided by 3 plus 2 plus 10 which is in series. How much is this? So 6 by 5 plus 10. This is what R1. If you want, you can take one more step if you are getting confused with this expression, but you should make habituation of writing the expressions in this when elements are with this simple way. Got my point? Shall I make one more step circuit diagram? Do you need? I hope it's not required. Okay, so finally tell me this answer. So we will wind up. This is 56 by 5 ohms. Okay, so there are some homework problems. Just try to do that. So with this, let us wind up today's session. Thank you all.